Hello guys, my name's Ed and I'm bush glamping with kids. I'm gonna start off with a very quick story. About a year ago, my wife and I decided to explore a new campground. Well, it's not new, it's somewhere we haven't been before. It's called the Warburton Bridge Campground, which sits about 15 minutes south of Castlemaine to the west of Victoria. It was such a beautiful campground. It's not particularly large. If you plan to go in a group, I would suggest to go in the low season. That campground is very accessible by any two-wheel drive. You have sealed road all the way to the entrance of the campground. There is a drop toilet and there's a running stream very close by. We were a bit unprepared. We did not have our tent, did not bring our sleeping bags, although we did have some picnic gear. And on the way back from that campsite on the same day, my wife and I were discussing it would be perfect if we could have a tent. We could have gotten a tent with us. So that's what I did. I bought one of those Coleman 4-person pop-up tent. This is not going to be my primary tent. It's going to be a backup tent or something to chuck in the boot of my vehicle with some sleeping bags the next time we explore new places. This review is going to be a rain test review to see how well this tent performs in the rain. So stick around and enjoy the video.
Welcome to Bush Glamping with Kids. Enjoy our video.
So with the Coleman tent over here, I have to make it quick because it's starting to rain. It has dimensions about, I think it's 2.8 meters across and 198 centimeters wide, and it sits in at about 100 centimeters high. So it's not a tall tent. It will be good for, I guess, quick getaways where you don't feel like lugging around your main tent, or can be a backup tent for your kids. So it comes with a fly that's attached by hooks over here, and there is a Velcro strap here to secure the fly, and there is another set of Velcro right at the top there, if you can't see. Yep. Alright, it has a mesh, fine mesh ceiling where this would come in, where the fly would come in handy in the rain. I'll just have to hook this back up before it gets any wetter in there. Now, has one central door on the long side of the tent. Just open it up. And it has a second door with a mesh top in here that has a zipper. Let's go inside. So as you can see, my kids were using this as their base camp over the weekend. It was a nice, I guess, what, 27 degree at the hottest. It's not so right now. As you can see, it's starting to rain. A bit messy, but doesn't matter. Look, I am 1.7 meters tall, and I can sit comfortably with quite a bit of room still. And as you can see, all the ceiling comes with mesh type material, which gives good airflow, I suppose, when it gets too hot. All the other walls are a single polyester material. Has a single skin. The only thing that is protecting the roof is just that fly which I showed you earlier outdoor when I was outdoors. It has hooks which you can, I guess, roll your inner door up, and of course there's another set of hooks on the outside where you can roll the outer door up just to create airflow if you don't need to close the tent up. One thing I noticed, there is only one, I guess, storage compartment, or which is divided into two, for your phones or torches or whatever small items that you have. It does not have anywhere to hook your lanterns, except unless you use one of these hooks to do so, which I suppose it might work. We haven't brought this tent out camping yet. We bought this just before the crazy year sets in, but we have set it up the first time last weekend just for the kids to play around in. I thought it would be a good idea to do this quick review just because I just want to test how well it can handle the wind and the rain, which is getting a bit heavier now. I'm not sure whether I can hear the pitter-patter of the rain on the fly towards the tent. In terms of size, I can comfortably, I have done this last weekend. Let me grab a pillow. It's one of these self-inflatable camping pillow that I have. Again, I am 1.7 meters tall, and I can comfortably lie down and stretch my legs all the way, and I still have a bit of wiggle room. So you might struggle if you are taller, but according to the specs, it is about 1.98 centimeters from, I guess, top here to the bottom. So if you're under that height, you should be able to fit, or I guess you can always sleep lengthwise where you've got about almost 3 meters in length. So I've got two young kids, 1 6, 1 5, so I think this would be enough room for us to sleep in with our sleeping bags. I'm not sure if I can fit a mattress or in here, but I think for a quick one night setup, a sleeping bag and this tent, you want to make it light anyway for an overnight trip, just explore a new place if you want. That would definitely fit 4 of us, plus our clothing and stuff like that. What else is in this tent? I don't think there's anything more exciting. It's a pop-up tent. I think one of the main features is it packs up flat, and I guess you chuck around as your secondary or backup tent if you want to. Nothing more, nothing special here to explore further. So as I said, the rain is getting heavier, so I'm gonna leave here, and hopefully you will enjoy this quick video. I will probably do a review after it rains to see whether there are any leaks, because the fly does not cover the whole of the tent. It just covers the top and over the mesh material over here. So it would be interesting to see how it handles the rain, which is why I'm doing this quick video in the first place. So yep, I have to get out of here. Hi guys, so I left this tent for another week since the beginning of this video. We had 4 more rain events, nothing serious, just light medium showers, and it rained again last night, so the tent is still a bit wet. So this gives us a good opportunity to have a look inside to see if it's leaking, if there's a swimming pool in there. Yeah, so let's find out. Just before I move in there, just to comment that I did use a screw type peg to firmly secure this tent, and just to make sure that it didn't fly off in the wind. It's getting a bit windy now. I'm not sure whether you can hear it, so let's have a look inside. Zipper down. There is a bit of a puddle just here, which I will drain away a bit later. So one thing I've noticed about this tent is because it sort of curves upwards, if it gets wet, there's nothing to stop water from dripping into the tent. So it does get a bit wet near the door area. Now I think the tent held up quite respectfully. I can't see any area where there are leaks. All the seams seems dry. So I guess this tent passed the rain test, but only in light and medium showers. I haven't tested out. There's no opportunity for me to test it out in heavy rain or high winds. Okay, yep. What I do notice is there's a bit of a wet patch just underneath the floor of the tent. Alright, I'm gonna do a bit of explaining. I did make a rookie mistake by overextending the tarp over the tent, so I didn't tuck it under the tent. So when it rained, I think the second time, that's where I began to notice that water was starting to get in between the top of the tarp and the bottom of the tent. So since then, let me get out. So if you're not sure what I'm talking about, this tarp here was overextended and you got water seeping underneath the tent. And because this tent is made for portability and lightweight, it doesn't have a heavy duty floor. It's slightly thicker than the wall of the tent, but it's not one of those really good floor materials. So I did get some wet patch over there. Now what I also noticed before is, I'll get out of the sun, yep, is at one point this fly flipped over to the other side of this frame. I guess it's not such a big deal because it's a good thing that I put a Velcro on this. But in saying that, if it gets slightly windy and raining, you might get water seeping into the mesh material over here. So it will be a good idea when you're setting this tent up to peg in the guy ropes to the floor, just so that it pulls and doesn't flip over. So I guess that's the end of my review of this tent. In terms of portability, it wins. In terms of handling light to medium showers, no issues. Just make sure that the tarp that you put under the tent goes under the tent, yeah, so you don't get that pulling issue between the tent and the tarp. That's it. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching our video. If you like it, please subscribe.